There is a little wrinkle to this. Okay, so I have commented all that stuff out. Good. So we can we're entering in two functions. Pretty simple to see what square does. Square, it takes one argument and it just returns the square of it, multiplies it by itself. Is even, again, we're defining this function. It will take one number and simply will tell you whether it's even or not. But you can apply it to a list, right? Where square applied to a list would square each of the items in the list. And is even would do the same thing. It would only return the items in the list that are perfectly divisible by 2. So let's put these in here. We'll say run. So we've got our functions in there. And let's see if we still have numList lying around. numList, we do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's use map first. We'll say, here's the wrinkle. If we apply map, we're going to use the square function to numList. What you might intuitively think is going to happen is that it will return 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and 36, but it doesn't. It returns a map object. And in order to get the values for that map object, what you have to do is embed that entire expression into list. So if I do that, if I say map square numList, but then I embed all of that into list, then it does what you think it should do. It returns the squared values of the numList list. Okay, same thing about filter. And for the sake of time, we'll do this all at once. We'll say filter again returns a filter object. So if you want filter to work the way you mean it to work, you have to embed that within list. And we're going to filter is even. We're going to filter the numList with the is even function. And because we embedded it in list, it returned the indexes of the even numbers, which is this. What's going on here? Oh, 2, 4, and 6, right. It's returning the even values, right? These two, not this one. 2, 4, and 6. Okay, we're going to have to cut this short and move on to the. We'll come back. We'll start up here, but let's look at the exercise. Okay, I'll make a little note. Start on August 12th. Can you believe it? And let's take a look at that exercise. Now next week, I can't really remember. I think I said something about debugging program. We're going to look at dictionaries. I think it would be incomplete. We're going to look at tuples for sure, and then we're going to look at dictionaries. And if we have time after that, we'll look at something else. But dictionaries are another important type of structure, data structure that you ought to be exposed to. So let's go look at the exercise. And I may have two. What do we have in the exercise folder? Well, we've got a wealth of information, right? We've got a description, and you've got a starting program, just like you always do. But then I went overboard and I gave you a starting program with hints. Well, let's look at the exercise first. Okay, so basically what's going on here is you have to add some functions. Okay, I want you to be able to expand the 2D movie list to make it 3-element lists. Okay, where you have, as you can see in the output here, you have the name of a movie, you have the release date of the movie, but you also have a cost, say, associated with renting it streaming or something of that nature. Right? So add and delete should work like the other ones do, but you're going to have to add these functions to enable the user to find a movie by name, to find a movie by year, and to find a movie by cost. Okay, so what does all that mean? Well, here's your starting program. And this one, this is an embellishment, of course. Wait a minute, movie list start. This looks like the solution. Hang on a second. I hope not. Okay, well, perhaps it is. So don't use that one. Use this one. This is the solution. Let's take a look at this. No, that one's not the solution. Start is something different here. Let's open that. Okay, so go here to this exercise. Here's start. Yeah, no, this is something different. But it has been embellished, right? Because we've already changed add to put in name and year. Yeah, but it's different. Okay. I'll be darned. This is the solution, and this is start, right? So start is, let's see what start does. Start is different. Okay, so if we start it up, we say list. If we say delete Castaway. Yeah, this starting program just simply finds movies by year. You're going to have to add some functions to enable you to find movies by price and to find movies by year and to find movies by the name. Okay, so this program doesn't do that. Okay, so what does this program do? Well, just the only new function in there really is to find movies by year. Okay, we'll delete something. So we'll say delete on the waterfront. And I'll say now list everything. So in order to meet these requirements, which you can read or you can simply look at the output, it's pretty clear. I've given you an additional program, which is called movie list start with hints. And I would recommend that you actually begin working on that one. And why do I say that? Because I have put in comments in the appropriate places, telling you or giving you hints about where you need to make changes in the start movie in order to achieve all those requirements in the Word document. Okay, if that makes any sense. And you have to, you're going to have to add some functions, right? You have to add a find a name function, find by name function. You're going to have to add find by price function. You need to make modifications in the display menu, so you have those additional commands. So anyway, this one isn't easy. Okay, it's more involved than the exercises you've had before, which is why basically I provide this file that helps put you and set you in the right direction. So again, I'll send the solution before we get together, maybe a day before we get together, but give a try on this. And you have to, when you're searching by name, or you're searching by year, or you're searching by cost, you have to address the indexes for the particular list, which is the movie, as well as a particular item in that movie list, right? Because movies is going to be a list of lists. Here it is. That's what you start with, right? We've got 6 individual lists inside the 2-dimensional list. Okay, so if you're searching for all the movies released in 2000, you've got to be able to loop through it and look for index 1 in each one of the movies, right? Well, so give it a thought. Again, it's a little more complex, but certainly doable. Okay. So we've got about 2 minutes left. If there are any questions or anything. Otherwise, I would urge you to go out and get some vitamin D and try and enjoy what's left of your weekend. Okay. And I'll see you back here next Saturday, same time. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.